losing me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say. It's stamping up and it's our way.
Hi everyone, it's Pauline from Stamp with Pauline, and today I'm doing a one sheet wonder with the 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper. I am using the Frames and Flowers 12 inch by 12 inch specialty designer series paper, and because it has a lot of die cuts in this paper, they will add to my card and I'll be able to embellish my cards super quick without thinking too much about it. And I've got some ribbon to go with it that I'll be able to add them. If you need more ideas, there's loads on Pinterest. So if you look up One Sheet Wonder and 14 cards or 13 cards, you'll find loads on there. So I am using this designer series paper, and the orientation does matter a little bit. So the first thing I am going to do is turn it sideways, and I'm going to cut at 5.5 inches. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is actually turn it back, and I'm going to now cut at 3 inches. That there is my piece of designer series paper ready to go for card number 1. And again, if you want to, you can easily add some extra cardstock to this to add an additional layer. So if you need centimeters in this, it is 7.6 centimeters by 14 centimeters. So that is card number 1. For card number 2, you're going to need 2 strips, and they are going to be the 5.5, and we're going to be doing them at 1/2 inch. So that's 1/2 inch is there. I might actually scoot it around this way just so I can see the 1/2 inch mark a little easier on this side. So there is my 2 strips of 1/2 inch. So that is card number 2. Put those out of the way. And centimeters is 1.3 centimeters by 14 centimeters. So I'm just going to turn them up the other way so I can keep them all on track. And the next piece is 3 inches. And so this is card number 3, and it is going to be 3 inches, which is 7.6 centimeters by 7.6 centimeters. Okay, so that is card number 3. Card number 4, we're going to take this piece, and it needs to measure, that's going to be 1 inch by 2.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is, so that's 3 inches, so I'm going to cut along here to make 3 even strips on here, and so it already is 2.5 inches, so I don't need to cut there. But what I am going to do now is cut 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. That's 1 and 1 inch, and that's 2 and 3. Okay, so that is card number 4. So that is 2.5 centimeters by 6.4, and you've got the 3 of those, or your 1 inch by 2.5 inches. Okay, card number 5 is still our 5.5, and it's going to be at 2 inches. Matches my nail colour really well today, so that's another reason it's a good time to do this. That was 5.1 centimeters by 14 centimeters, or 2 inches by 5.5. Card number 6 is 3 inches, which it's pretty much spot on. 3 inches, probably just ever so slight smidgy off there. 3 inches by our 5.5 inches, or 7.6 centimeters by 14 centimeters. That is card number 6. Card number 7 is this piece here. And for card number 7, we are first of all going to cut off a strip here, and I will rotate it this way just so that it's the right direction. It's going to be 1 1/4. So you're going to take 1 1/4 off there first. Pop that strip just to the side for a sec. Turn this one here. This should now be 5 1/4, which it is. And that is 13.3 centimeters, and we're going to cut at 6.4 or 2.5 inches. So you're going to take your 2.5 inches. There we go. That is card number 7. Then we're doing card number 8, which is 1.5 inches by 5¼ inches. So we've already got the 5¼ We're going to go 1½ inches like so. And that's 3.3 centimeters or 13.3 centimeters if you need to know centimeters. Now, card number 9 and 10 are together. So they are the length we already have here, which is the 5¼ And then what we're going to do is actually cut this at 4 inches. 4 inches. And now what we're going to do is just grab a little marker or a pen or a pencil, whatever you want to do. Just pop this out of the way for 2 seconds so you can see how this has got to be done. So what you're going to do is take an inch up and pop a little mark there, and then on the opposite side take an inch there and pop it to that side. And then what you're going to do is line that up, and then if you can see your mark here and a mark here, so I'm going to go there and I'm going to go there on my track. Down it goes, and then there is card number 9 and card number 10 ready to go. Okay, card number 11. So, centimeters for card 9 and 10, if you need them, is 10.1 by 10.1, and then do the inchy cut. All right, card number 11 is this piece here, and this is going to be 3 inches by 4 inches. So it is already 4 inches. So all I'm going to do now is turn that and cut it at 3. Now let me just double check on this before I do the cut, because I want 3 1/4 of an inch here. So there's a quarter, there's a quarter, there's a quarter. Yep, okay, good. Just checking. All right, so we're going to do 3 inches this direction. So that is my 3 by 4. So 3 inches by 4 inches. That is card number 11. I'm going to take this last piece here, and it measures the 4 inches. So yep, I've got my 4 inches. And now I'm going to cut this at a quarter of, sorry, 3/4, sorry, instead of quarter, I'm going to 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch, which is about 1.9 centimeters if you're doing centimeters. So there's 3/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch, and that is our 3 strips. So we now have card number 12. Done. All right. Card 13, you're going to take your strip, which is the 1 1/4. So we have a 1 1/4 here. And what we're going to do now is cut at 1 1/4. 1, and then bring it in. We want 2, and then we're going to bring it in, and we want 3 at 1 1/4. Just checking my measurements here. 3 of those. All right, so we have 3. That is card number 13. Done. Then we want 4 inches on this piece. You're going to do 4, and then you're going to slide this in, and that's our other 4. All right, and that there is card number 14. Ready to go. So what you're going to do is assemble all of the pieces onto coordinating base cards. And with this one, I have a couple of different color options I can use with this. And on the pack, it says I can use Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, or Soft Seafoam. So lots of options in here for me to mix and match my cardstock. So I have actually already created a template just using the back piece cardboard out of the designer series paper, just to make all my measurements so that I know what I'm going with and what I'm doing. If you're making a lot of these, which I have done in the past, I've actually put them in a clip block bag, and I have card number 1 and it has the measurements, and it also has in centimeters as well. So I have my inches and my centimeters, and I have lots of bags there for all 14 cards for them to do. Okay, so I'm back. So what I've done is I have used the die cuts that come in the pack. I've still got more cards to assemble, but I thought I'd jump back and show you what I have done. I've got some Pretty in Pink, I've got some Lost Lagoon, I've got, sorry, my base cards are Pretty in Pink on this one with a layer of Pretty Peacock, followed with the designer series paper, followed by the die cut. Just need to add some words in there. This one here is the base of Pretty in Pink, followed by Pretty Peacock for the strips. I've just added extra bits there, and I've used the die cut here. I'm going to tie some ribbon and add some words or maybe some twine onto that one. This one here is a base card of Pumpkin Pie, and I've used Granny Apple as the square here, and then I'm going to cut out a shape from one of my dies, just some label or something, where I'm going to raise up and glue down all of those flowers on there. This one here is a base of Pretty in Pink. Then I have cut out Granny Apple Green in the rectangles as well. Then I'm turning my designer series paper over to add the 3 squares to there. Then I'm going to add this piece onto it, and then again adding some ribbon embellishments and a greeting on there as well. This card here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm up to 9 and 10 over here. So then I've got Pretty in Pink again. I've got a layer of Pumpkin Pie, and then I've got my designer series paper with the pattern facing up this time, and then I have got my embellishments, my die cuts there ready to go. This one here is Granny Apple Green. I've got the designer series paper. I've got Pretty Peacock as my base behind it, and then I'm going to add my message to here and raise all of that up. This one here I've got is Granny Apple Green again as my base. I've got a layer of Pumpkin Pie going down, followed by my designer series paper turned sideways, and then I'm using the die cut here, and then I will be adding my message onto here. This one is the Pretty Peacock base card. I've got a layer of Pretty in Pink, then my designer series paper turned over, and then I've got 3 embellishments here. So they are my starting points. I hope you like that. Have a go. Check out my Stampin' Up website, which will have these cards on there, and also this on YouTube as well. So yeah, I will catch you next time then. See ya. Bye.
What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration and